One thing to look for is maybe you're pulling your shoulder up to your ear. Go ahead and relax that. Let it drop. Get the stretch here. Take out all the other tension in other places. Take a breath. I'm gonna switch and just pulling down. Taking another deep breath. Okay, check it. I'm gonna switch and go to the other side. This time I'm gonna look up. I'm pulling like the back of my head down to my shoulder. Now here, I kind of started to lift that shoulder up, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it come down. I mean, I'm not gonna be trying really hard because it's still a simple stretch. This side, back of the neck. That's king, y'all. If we continue the stream here, you'll see plenty of him. This boy right here, he's in love with the world. All right, I'm gonna switch back to this other side, but this time I'm gonna look down. Just getting different angles, different like parts of your neck musculature and stuff. Cool. And then this side, switching and going down. How's everybody doing? I know that this may be a funny time. I also know I'm a new streamer here on Twitch, but if you're watching it now, go ahead and check in with yourself and see how you're feeling today. We can actually do that sitting down. I'm gonna put my hands on my knees, down to ground or up to receive some energy, right? It's morning for me, so I'm gonna have them. Do I need energy? I'm gonna ground. I'm gonna ground into this day because I want to get a lot done today. So as long as I got my feet on the ground, I should be able to keep moving. All right, inhale. When you're inhaling here, you can exhale out the mouth, or you could keep the inhales in and out through the nose. But just check it with your body. Like you might have just woke up, you might have been sitting around playing a game in a chair, or you could have been dance grooving to a game like that. I'm assuming on the Twitch platform, some of the people that are watching are interested in gaming or whatever you've been doing. Maybe you're a parent driving your kid around to LAN parties. Do we still have LAN parties? But just check in and see how you're doing, see what your activities were like today or what you're preparing yourself for. Okay, we're gonna do one more stretch with the neck, one more set of stretches with the neck. And I'm just gonna put my hands behind, I'm interlaced. And I just kind of pull down. I'm trying to keep some length in my neck, kind of thinking like if I had a string, pulling my neck up and over. So I get it in my upper back too. Here I'll take a breath into my stomach, let it out. Now let's breathe into that upper back. It'll expand your chest, maybe your thoracic cavity. Okay, let it up real easy. And now I'm gonna put my hand under my neck. I don't really stretch like this too much, but I'm just gonna push back. I'm gonna keep my back kind of straight. I'll invite any wiggles in just to even it out. I'm not pushing too hard, I'm just trying to get this stretch. Alright, inhale. Exhale. That was a little funnier to breathe like that. Okay, so I'm seated here. I'm gonna go ahead and invite some twists into my body. I am trying to study personal training, so mind me if I'm trying to throw out words that I don't really know yet, but this would be the transverse plane, right? With the twisting motion. I'm gonna take an inhale, lengthen my spine, inhale. And exhale, twist a little bit more. Again, you don't have to really force it here, do what you need. Also, these are supposed to be just some simple stretches so that you can continue to game, maybe in your chair, maybe. All right, this is my first time speaking on camera, so bear with me. Inhale again, lengthen your spine. Exhale, let's complete the spiral with our neck. Again, don't force it, just maybe looking over your shoulder some. All right, I'm coming back around. We've got a cat chewing on aloe. The aloe plant, is it poisonous or is it okay for I don't know, I'll look it up. he'll learn his lesson. It's okay. He has high poison defense. I'm switching the other way. So I have my opposite hand reaching towards the opposite knee. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Again, try and monitor your shoulders. Try not to have them coming into the ear. Also, sometimes you just kind of post up on it and you have it just jutting up. Try and just keep that down. Maybe shoulders, always try to stay away from the ears. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Maybe belly button tucked in. And exhale, relax it off. Twist the head, complete the spine out. Oh, he totally took off a little chip. Now they have food. Okay, I'm growing catnip and catgrass, and I'm not sure if it's a good or bad thing. None of it's sprouted yet. I gave him catnip recently, but yeah, I wanted to like invite some freshness in this place. We're living in Nevada right now, so I'm not sure if all of these plants are gonna grow, but I'm trying. We got these quarantine times, so now we're gonna do a little side stretch. So while we're just seated here, I'm just gonna take my hand over, and my hand is on the ground, and if I can get lower, then I'll come to my elbow with my forearm on the ground. Just stretching my arm up and over. It doesn't have to be a pretty dancer stretch. It could be straight up, reaching. I've got the knee. This is my left hand, or my right hand here. So my right knee is kind of fighting to stay down. Kind of also trying to keep both butt cheeks on the ground. Attempting to. One side's lifting up, of course. But I can take it back. I can even feel it when I back off. I get a little bit more length in this stretch as opposed to just falling over and lifting it all up. Okay. I'm gonna switch sides with that. Going this way. You can run through these maybe a little faster if you want to. I'm just trying to communicate with the people out there. I would say maybe you could hold them 30 seconds each. But if you're feeling good, stretch, you know. I'm stretching to just go through my day. I'm not really stretching to perform any kind of workout or to do something else. This can be a pre-workout stretch if you'd like. Just keep it easy. All right, shoulders are gonna go up, gonna go down, gonna go up, gonna go down, gonna go up, down, up, down. Now single, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. I think I'm missing some music, yo. My bad. I was gonna have some of that. Good. This is Cafe Ghibli. I should have like a Spotify ticker on there. I'm new to all of this, so if you guys come through this chat and want to give any suggestions, please do. All right, so I'm gonna move over. I feel like I'm yelling, even though I'm probably not. I'm gonna put this over here so you guys get a good sense of the music. But I'm gonna come into this all fours position. Let me fix my mat so I can get some distance. All fours position. We know this as cat-cow, or, well, this is all fours. Tabletop. But I'm about to do some cat-cows. So, really easy. My positioning is my hands are under my shoulders, my knees are under my hips, and I'm just trying to stay nice and supported here. While you're here, before we go into the movement, just hang out here. Maybe this is like a plank to you. Maybe you don't come over this far yet, or this might be the first time you're in this crawling position today. So just hang out, kind of check in here. Let's just check in with the breath. Exhale. For me, like I notice things like in my hips, where my hips might be sore or weak, since like the spinal cord is suspended here between the top and bottom. I can kind of feel like if I feel like just naturally dipping, or if I just have a natural arch in my back, which I don't think you should. Some people do actually. So if you have scoliosis or things like that, you know, just check out how your hips are aligning today, feeling it. You might not notice or feel it today, but as you maybe continue to check in, you'll recognize like, okay, I see where I am when I started and I see where I am when I finish, and this is just different. So let's go into this cat-cow. Inhale, lift your chest up. This is the cow, the drooping back of the cow. Exhale, blow it out. Lift that belly button to the sky. These are really easy. You don't have to go too aggressive here. Just warming up the spine. Letting my breath flow with it. So this is be an exhale, pushing it out. Inhale, lifting it up. Now you can keep going at this pace, or you can slow down, right? I'm also gonna turn my arms out so that I just stretch these wrists in a different way. Maybe just checking in, seeing how these wrists feels. If you'd like to like clench the ground, sometimes I grip into the ground. This is like something that I want to work on, even when I am doing handstands. I'm trying to train handstands. Hopefully here with you guys we can go through a handstand progression. I can do a handstand. I cannot balance, so bear with me. Okay, one more. I'm gonna rotate even more. I really want good wrist flexibility and wrist strength. So inhale. I like to dance on my hands. I like to use my hands. So stretching the mouth is good. All right, here's a little bonus. I'm gonna come over and just put my wrist rolled over at the black hand side on the mat. Now I am putting pressure here, but I can easily just drop my hips back and just put what can be done. I have been doing this, so I am able to stretch it down, but I know like when I first started, this hurt. Something else you can do, twinkle your fingers here, or maybe ball up a fist. This is hard. Sometimes my wrists just they don't want to do this. One wrist is actually feeling better than the other right now. The other one's like, today's my day off. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna roll these wrists out a little bit. Maybe I can sit back on my feet. This positioning for me right here is hard. If you can do that, get at you, good for you. But for some of you that are like having trouble, like, oh my God, how does he do that? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm doing it for the gram right now. But maybe if you just want to warm up your knees somewhat, use your hands to support. If you have blocks or if you're near anything, you can support yourself. We're not showing off here. We are trying to get wherever we are at, our bodies, our mental, our physical state, and we're just prepping it for where we would like to be. Okay, so another thing to do is I'm gonna have my big toes touch. This is a common yoga resting position. My hips are coming back and down, and my belly button's about to lie down in between there. I'm reaching out. This is a child's pose, y'all. My forehead, or if you want to think, got this third eye piercing down towards the core of the earth. And while you're here, you can lengthen your arms, maybe crawl out your fingertips. I even sometimes will just turn left and right, kind of rolling my forehead on the mat, feeling how my hips feel. Take an inhale. Exhale, let it all sink down. Nice. Now, at any time, you could come to this position wherever you are, wherever you'd like to be, and you can have it in a position like this. It's just that total come home, I don't want to do anything, or first time getting in the bed and you're cold and you don't want to touch anything. Yeah, you can hang out here, so you are allowed. If anyone sees you doing this, just tell them you're doing yoga. You're just chilling. Okay, we're gonna come back up into all fours. So anytime you're feeling winded, if we're starting to work out, we're actually gonna start to move right here. I'm gonna come to all fours. But if you're like, man, you know what, I'm chilling, you can go back to child's pose and just take some breaths and check it. So I'm gonna do some opposite arm, opposite leg here. I got the stability going on right. Now I'm just gonna reach out with one arm and one leg, opposite side, right? You can do same side, that is some cool stability. Now I'm just holding it out here. I'm gonna hold it out here for 5, 4, check in with your shoulder, 2, 1, making sure that belly isn't drooping too much and make sure that leg isn't just elevated too high. We're just trying to keep it nice and steady. Now I am gonna pulse for 5, 4, belly button in, 2, 1, very nice. Now I'm gonna inhale and lengthen, not necessarily like arch my back, hyperextend my back, right? Just gonna inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch it in. We do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now I'm coming down, just gonna switch sides. So this time, opposite, same thing. Check it out, just holding it, trying to feel that stability. My belly button tucked in, drawing everything into the core of myself. Nice. Let's pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So good. Chill. Let's inhale, reach, exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach, exhale, squeeze it in. This will be 3, 4, and 5. How about that? Cool. Since we're here, I'm just gonna take this roly-poly, kind of a cat-cow, but with this circular fashion. How are you guys feeling? Okay, so I'm gonna take us back to that child's pose. We're gonna do 3 big inhales. Inhale. Exhale, let it out. I can't wait to play games. Inhale. Exhale out your mouth. One more big inhale. Exhale. Awesome. I'm gonna take us on our back now. This is, I know what I need. Here. Yeah, let's do it on our back. You guys wanna go to your back or you wanna stay on your knees? I'm gonna say, we're gonna do pigeon or do we wanna do it on our back? Okay, we're gonna do it on our back. I was gonna do pigeon, prone pigeon, right? Prone is when you're lying down. But I'm gonna do it on our back because this you could do when you're in bed, right? Before you get out of bed, you woke up and you're like, I don't wanna move. Check it. I'm on my back, got this figure 4 stretch. I'm lifting one foot's right below the knee of the other leg. Here, you could just sit here with this stretch. I'm gonna draw my belly button in and kind of rotate my hips down here. I already feel it in my lower back. I'm sore right there. Think about pushing that knee away, maybe externally rotating this sucker down. Is somebody in the chat? Does that number mean the number of people or is that the time that I've spent lonely? If you're in here, shout a holler. Or actually, if you're stretching, just chill yourself. So with this, let's say we've got this foot here. I'm just gonna drop this structure all over down to the other side. Now it may not fall so easily. You can apply some pressure if you like. Now my butt cheek is lifted here, but energy is trying to pull it back down to increase the stretch. Also right here, try to externally rotate with your mind or with your body, or you can use a hand. My hand doesn't really reach. But, this is what but both butt cheeks on the ground, that's kind of impossible here. But shoulder blades back and down, you can do that. Inhale. Exhale. We're gonna inhale again, and I'm gonna take this over to the other side. Now we've got this. You can take this foot off if you'd like, but we were kind of already doing it. Oh no, we got a low battery. I think we'll make it to the end. We'll be fine. I'm streaming right now on my mobile device. I just wanted to see what the quality would be like using this. I can't, if anyone wants to chat right now, I couldn't really see it. I can see it, but it would be hard for me to reply and respond here. Cool, take another big inhale, you guys. And exhale. Cool. Okay, come, bring it back up. Go ahead and just shake it out, left and right, left and right. Okay, I'm gonna switch the position, switch the legs. Now I've got this, my tailbone's down on the ground. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hey, switch it back, switch it back. We didn't even do the stretch. This is all that I wanted to do originally, but I was like, nah, let's warm it all up. Okay, so I'm grabbing either right below my knee or right behind. You can, wherever you need, whatever you want. Sometimes I grab like this leg can do what he wants. But yeah, really just pulling this in. I think what we're stretching here is our piriformis, like some muscle in here. Or, yeah, piriformis. I'll look that up. Hold me to it. Anybody that watches this, like, let's give me a week. Or a year later, be like, hey, Eric, what's this stretch called and what is it stretch? I should know. I think it's called a piriformis stretch, but there's probably other muscles involved here. All right, come on, one more big pull. Really cool way to increase the intensity of this is just flex your feet. This stretches out the muscles just a little bit farther. And you can maybe feel like what's not evened out. Okay, unwind and let it out. I'm just gonna shake that sucker out. There's like different routes that I go there, and sometimes I'll get distracted. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch the leg. Gonna just inhale, exhale. You can play with just the positioning of your hips. Sometimes I'll kind of roll. Now naturally, like here, check it out. You have this like curvature in your back. Good way to like, what am I gonna say here? Good way to like strengthen your core. Definitely putting that, you want a natural curve, but we'll engage and push that all down, flatten. That way, whew, right here. Cool. Just kind of just tighten this structure so that I can then start to work on stretching my hip flexor or this piriformis area. All right, we're dropping it down to this side. Here, I'll also invite some wiggles in my hips. Push away, externally rotate there. This arm position, goalpost, it's good. Helps to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. Take another inhale. Exhale. All right, I'm gonna just switch sides. Maybe inhale up and exhale, coming down to the other side. What's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm glad that we're here doing this stretching together. Take another inhale, exhale. Okay, bring my knee back up. It's funny, I didn't even, you can do hip raises here too. This feels really good, but you know, I didn't do that on the other side. So I'll just try and make this a nice even video. But if you're freestyle flowing on your own over there, you might already be in a handstand, and you're like, no, I'm following you. I'm just here for the music. I'm just here for the good Ghibli tracks. Here you can still, sometimes I look like super right angle position, but you can pull that butt up. You can tuck that in where you need that stretch, where you need to feel that. But another way to kind of feel some intense stretching is to rock that tailbone down and still try to bend at the hip. Bring that knee closer, but hey, feel it how you feel. You could also grab so many different ways here. So cool. I'm gonna give myself another big inhale because I need these stretches. All right, let's let our feet tap one time and then bring our knees into our chest. And I'm gonna roll here. This is a good roly-poly song. La la, la 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 la. So this is a part of like my goals. Okay, I'll tell you in a second. Hands coming to your feet or your shins or your knees. We're gonna go to happy baby position. So I will usually reach in between my knees and reach for my feet or my shins. I can grab my feet, so I'm gonna grab my feet. But if you cannot, that's okay. That's okay. This stretch feels nice. Just have fun, don't stress, just stretch. Here you can rock your tailbone down to the ground. Try to put the booty cheeks on the ground. I've got my knees bent, but as you feel it, or as you feel more like you want to explore in this stretch, you can extend one leg, extend the other, extend them both, maybe bring it in. Just have fun here. Get that stretch out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, I'm gonna invite some silence because I've been talking a lot during this little thing. So I'm gonna let my knees, feet come together, legs up the wall here. My hands are gonna come down to the mat. I've got my palm side up. All right, let the blood just drain down. Maybe you haven't been moving around too much today, or maybe you haven't moving around too much today. Let's go ahead and refresh the leg blood supply. Maybe there's some pooling in our feet. It happens. We're gonna give it some new in a minute. We're just gonna let that all just come on down. Bring it back to mama. Papa. I said I was gonna shut up. So go in, dig in. You can do this with your legs actually up the wall. Your legs don't have to be straight. Your knees don't have, your feet don't have to be flexed. They can just be up. Alright, so this time we're gonna invite some muscles in this core and just let these legs fall. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Hold it. Just kidding, let's go. Awesome, we're in. We're gonna slide these up. We're basically done, right? Once the legs kind of come down, we're not gonna do any abs, don't worry. Should we do an ab? We should do an ab. All right, just one ab. You're just gonna lift your shoulders, lift your chest. Try and think everything's going straight up. And just hold it here. We're going to pat it for 10, 9, 8, 7, shoulders up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm down. Nice. Knees. Okay, feet are a little over hip width apart, okay? Knees falling in towards each other. This is called constructive rest. Just let your knees hang inside. They don't have to touch. I'm gonna put my hands actually on, one on my belly, one on my heart. Middle of the chest.